Today I didn't even have to use my AK. I gotta say it was a good day.
Welcome to the Milsurf Mike channel. I know I kind of put a clickbaity title out there that I joined the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone, but since the commies are taking over, but I did make a couple acquisitions today that I've joined the commies a little bit. But first of all, I'm just going to say that I'm making this video mainly because I don't have any shooting footage right at the moment, that I can't put a good history video out there. And I do have a couple history, just plain history videos in the works, but I haven't had much time to work on them lately. So those will be out in the next couple weeks. But I just want to show off a couple really cool acquisitions I got today. I traded at my Winchester M1 Garand and an Arsenal SLR 95 AK for a couple Russian AKs today. I got a Saiga AK-47. I saw this on the wall of my local gun shop, and I definitely wanted that. And something else that he had on the wall that was on consignment, and this thing was also on consignment. This is a Vepr 308 AK with a Belarusian 4-power scope on it. So I decided I'd try to get both of them. And this is kind of an area where if you go to a local gun store often and establish trust with them, and they aren't there to totally rip you off, this is where something that can kind of work in both you and the gun owner's favor, or gun store owner's favor. Because I realized that he had to make a profit, and I could have sold my two guns outright and just basically paid cash for them, and I had to put some cash on top of that to get these two also. But I could have sold them outright and been a little bit ahead. But I went there, he asked me what I wanted for my two guns. I told him, well, here's what I know that you can sell them for, so here's what I take. I realize you got to make a profit. And he didn't even try to get me down off those, because I've established trust with him, and he trusted me not to rip him off, and I trusted him not to really rip me off either. Since both these guns were on consignment, he actually called the guys up and asked them what their bottom dollar was. So that worked out in my favor. And so, like I said, it's really cool now. I got a Russian AK-74, the Vepr, that's also Russian, and it goes with my other Russian that I had, this AK-74. I think I said 74, that's 47. I had this Saiga AK-74 that I actually bought about 2 months before the embargo went into effect. So I wish I could have got that for what I paid for this, because I barely paid more than a wasser for this when I got it. And I sanded down the wood and stained it Russian red. And I also have a Vepr 12, so that's the extent of my Russian AKs. But the reason I got these Russian AKs and even giving up $1,000 in the process is because I don't see that embargo lifting anytime soon, and these will just increase in value more than that $1,000 or that Arsenal would, because there are Arsenals still coming into this country. They're Bulgarian. And I have two other Garands right now, and their Garands really aren't that hard to obtain, whereas Russian AKs kind of are. Especially if the wrong people get elected this fall. So a couple of other things I want to mention. I did mention before that I have a link if you want to join the GOA. They are the premier no compromise Second Amendment organization in this country. I have a link where you can get 20% off your membership. And I'm also going to be on a podcast, John Crump. I'll put a link to his channel below also. I'll be on his podcast on Monday night. He is the Virginia director for the GOA, and he writes for Ammo Land. And so, like Hank Strange, I think, has been on his podcast before, and he's had people bigger than me. So I'm like kind of wondering why he wants somebody as small as me. But hopefully, hopefully I can be of interest, not and ah like I just did there. But anyway, like I said, I just wanted to show off a couple new acquisitions. This Saiga AK-47 and this Vepr 308. I might actually try to take a deer with this next year as long as it's on, because like I said, these Belarusian scopes are a lot better than the Romanian scopes that you get on the PSLs. So anyway, check out John Crump on Monday night. I'll be on there. Make sure you join the GOA. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a great day.